our alumni present here, thank you so much for being here with us today. And greetings to our online viewers as well. So I am Madhura Manjre, member of team hashtag the PR and website committee of SIBM Hyderabad, and I'll be your host for today. So we're going to have a very fun, light-hearted, yet an insightful podcast with our alumni. We're going to make you do some fun activities and hopefully take you down the memory lane. So first things first, I want to know, how does it feel to be back on campus after so long? Sukriti.
Okay, so I think it's very nostalgic. First of all, there was a bounce of memories when I just landed into that road that leads to SIBMH, and I'm feeling very warm welcomed sort of thing, because this is I think a very long time after we have got graduated and been in our corporate life. Coming back to college feels so good, and I think it's that shift, that it's an irony that when you are in the campus you feel like, when am I going out and going to get my job and to catch my dreams and all of that. But when you come back here you realize that yes, this was a great life.
I think we are also going through the same phase right now. Abhijit?
So as she said, it was very nostalgic, a lot of memories down the line. But mostly it reminds us of the time where it all started, where we were just having a vision of where we want to go. Now we are somewhere halfway through the journey.
Yeah. What about you, Nikita?
For me, it's slightly different because by the time we started a batch, the COVID has become prevalent in India, and by the time the course got completed, the impact has come down. So due to which 95% of our courses were happening online. But it feels good. I mean, this is a longer time I've stayed in campus for the first time, but the classes and everything, I feel bad. I must have been here for 2 years. It would have been different.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's lovely.
Yes. What about you, Meghna?
I think nostalgic is definitely the word. I mean, me and Sukriti were traveling together.
Okay.
Just at the side of looking at the building from the road was itself like, just wanting to be here was crazy. I mean, I really had a good time when I did 2020, and I feel like the campuses have worked a lot. Good to meet my faculty, good to meet my own, teachers who taught me and walked me to the stage. I really feel thankful to them. I am quite excited for, things that I had as well.
We are excited to have you here as well. Building up on my first question, I would like to know, what is your most memorable moment out of all the years that you've spent here on the campus?
That's
So
a good
Pradeep first.
question. The most memorable moment I would say was when I got into the placement committee, because that actually happened online, to be honest. It was all interviews and grilling, and I never imagined that I'd be a part of this committee, but then it was just the thing that I wanted. I think when I got into the committee and I started doing that work is when I realized that I don't need anything else. But if I would say on campus, then it was my placement, because it was my first job, my first interview, and then I cracked it. So I was very happy about it, and I never knew that this place would bring me so much of happiness, because that was my dream job. So yeah, that was it.
Happy to hear that. Abhijit?
I'll say it was being a part of the organizing committee, the lunch. So
Yes.
we were the ones who organized Firande. So that time it was very fun. We made a lot of things that I cannot talk about.
Confidential?
Yeah, kind of.
What about you?
For me, it was the team meetings that we used to have for the assignments. That was so much fun. Never there was an instance that we started the assignment on the day that we got assigned. It was a day or 2 days before, and when I look back, it was hectic, but now it was it's fun.
So I think the junior batch is also following the footsteps of senior batch. What about you, Meghna?
For me, I mean, studies and clubs and everything was like a routine, but every day after my dinner and my team meetings and stuff, I used to go with my co-group of friends and take a round around the campus. I think if I look back at my 2 years, one thing that clicks me instantly is that. And in that 2 months that I did on the campus every day, I used to talk about my day to my friends. I used to talk about what I'm going through, what I want to do in the campus in my next, 1 year, 2 years, whatever. I think that's like a biggest memory that I like look back. And even today when I call my friends and I talk about these, like 2 years back in college, first thing that brings up in our heads is this movie. So I think for me that's like best moment.
I think I'll do that a +1 to that because I can totally relate to how that days
Evening
went.
walks
Yeah,
and the breeze,
evening
it's
and
lovely.
night
Yes,
was
yeah,
lovely. Yeah.
I used to find all these people in different corners, and we found like new unknown places where you can like chill and relax.
Yeah.
So now starts the exciting part. We have a few fun segments lined up for you. So the first is alumni hot seat. What is the funniest experience you've had during college, Nikita?
Yeah, I think again it's regarding the team assignments. Like to talk about one incident. Tomorrow was the submission for consumer behaviors assignment, and we were 3 in the assignment. And midnight at 12 a.m. I was sick.
Oh.
I said, guys, please do this for me. I'll review this tomorrow. Please complete this. And they said, "Arey yaar, itna ye I'll do it. Go sleep." And I get a call at 11 a.m. in the morning from my friend, and she says, "We missed you a lot, and we didn't complete the assignment. Let's do it
Oh
now."
my god.
I was like, "Okay, guys, let's complete it. It's Santi sir's assignment, and sir is very particular about the time that we submit."
Yes, yes, yes.
And I think back then I was angry, but now they were my bestest of my friends, and I feel so lucky to have them. And that's one of the memorable moments that I remember.
That's sweet. My next question.
Sure.
If you could go back and change one thing about your college experience, what would it be?
It is not something that I can change, but I really miss being on the campus in the second year. So I was
Okay.
almost the pre-COVID batch. So we were here on campus for the first year, but we did all the work being the juniors of the community, like of the committees. And later on, when we were the ones who will be giving the orders, we had to go back.
So you missed it?
Yeah, so miss that part.
Sukriti, what was the one thing during your college years that constantly gave you headache?
Oh my god. That's a good question. Constantly. I had too many headaches for numerous reasons, of course. Because I wasn't used to, nobody told me that MBA is going to be so hectic. BTech seems pretty chill in that sense, I would say. Because 4 years of your BTech is like, you split those 4 years, but in MBA, those 4 years are just compressed into 2, and you're doing double the amount of hard work. So I think a lot of assignments, and not to miss case studies. So the work that we used to do on case studies, presentations, and then the placement committee work, I think all of them did give me headache, but now I'm feeling better. I think all those things combined gave me, it supported me to basically now do better in my job. So I'm happy about it as well.
Okay.
What was your go-to place on campus to relax and hang out with friends?
Go-to place to relax. Okay. I pretty much used to spend my time at the stairs here, the entrance towards SLS.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's where me and my friends used to hang out. So that.
Okay. So how was it? Did you like the segment?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So now the second segment is Would You Rather? Same way, I'll ask each one of you one questions and you have to answer, okay? So now I'll start with Abhijit.
Yeah.
Would you rather relive your first day at SIBM Hyderabad or your last day?
First day.
First day?
Because, yeah. Last day was complete chaos. So we left the campus when COVID started.
Okay.
So we were not able to actually go out properly or see off whatever memories we made.
Okay.
After that, this is like probably the first time I'm visiting the campus again.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nikita, would you rather pull an all-nighter for a group project or spend the night before exams cramming with friends?
The first one.
Pull an all-nighter.
Yeah.
Alright. Meghna, would you rather have unlimited access to the canteen food you loved or free coffee from the campus cafe for entire time at SIBM?
Free coffee.
Free
We had,
coffee.
like, we got coffee. Yeah.
I thought you'll choose the first one.
We run on coffee.
Okay. So does everyone here. Sukriti, would you rather ace every exam without studying or be the most popular person on campus?
Oh god, that's such a tough choice.
You have to
Ah.
choose one.
Oh god. I think, see, you won't remember the marks that you got. Even if you were the topper of the batch, you'd be like, okay, yeah, she was the topper, okay. But being the most popular one is, I think, what I would choose, because it's all about people. If I'm in HR, so
Yeah.
I know how much people matter. So yeah, I would be the most popular person on
I think
campus.
I'll also choose the same option. Avijit, would you rather spend a weekend at one of the college fests or have a quiet night out with your friends?
I'll be on the event.
Event. Melange. It's the melange code that's speaking.
Yeah.
Meghna, would you rather have all your assignments magically completed or never have to worry about attendance again?
I was anyway not very good at attendance, so the first one, because I had like 2 friends who were in my group college who do nothing. I will just watch this, but I want to take their names. Yeah.
That this question was not on me.
What would you choose? Now I want to know.
Obviously, the second part, it was pretty hard maintaining the attendance.
Definitely.
Very hard.
It's hard for us. Just 2 months in, it's hard for us. Okay. So now we have a surprise game for you all. It's called the emoji story. So I'm going to display some emojis to you and you can narrate an experience or whatever that comes to your mind first after looking at the emoji. I'll do this one by one again. So we'll start with Nikita this time. Okay. It's dangerous.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this here. Few of the dangerous classes, whenever there is this lecturer's class, we used to get scared. Even though it's an online class,
Yeah.
but we used to scare, is he here? I mean, is he already there? So I don't want to mention the lecturer's
Going
name,
from
but
finance.
I think we get it.
marketing.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
Right?
you
If
know.
you know, you know. Especially the marketing students and the lost. I don't know what to say.
It's okay, it's fine. Abhijit,
I'm in a very close proximity of an HR.
oh, we get it.
That's okay. That's okay.
We get it. We
No,
get
I'm an alum here. You can
Sure.
please share your thoughts.
It was like somewhat HR lectures. We always thought that we can get along without
Exactly.
studying, so we can be outside.
Even I pressed on it because we used to feel अरे एक दिन पहले हो जाएगा.
हाँ.
No one used to understand.
it. I can't share my thoughts on this since I'm in the college. Sukriti,
Party.
Party.
Okay, you chose the wrong emoji for me because I never partied. I was not a party person.
Okay.
And it's not about party person. I was very occupied with everything going on, and I was very focused about the placements. So I didn't generally find the time to party. But then for me, party was GS. Going to GS,
Yes.
having a cup of tea and chilling with friends is party.
I think everyone can have different notions of party.
Yeah.
Meghna, guilty.
Yeah, maybe I need to fall out because I'm actually more friendly with people, but sometimes, because being a part of the placement cell, you have to like be rude or, like not rude, maybe just stick to your word with your closest of the friends.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. Maybe like, and try not to do it as much as possible, but you also have certain boundaries to draw. So maybe that.
But
Plus
we used
one.
to have a notion that this placement cell is quite harsh.
Yeah.
In our batch, we used to have that notion.
You were not in my batch, you should have been in my batch. We were like the coolest.
Okay.
Okay.
Even my batch was very good.
Subjective.
Subjective.
Okay, so with this, we come to an end to this segment as well. Next, I will ask a question to all of you. One common question. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Our younger self.
Yes, your younger self.
Don't doubt yourself.
Huh?
Don't doubt yourself.
That's a nice one, actually.
Don't compare yourself.
Meghna?
I'd say that my younger self.
Anything with the experience that you've gained now, what do you think is a good advice for your younger self?
I don't think so. Like, nothing strikes. Because I think I was probably more perfect to need any advice.
Nice.
I like it.
I think I would give one advice to my younger self, that don't just restrict yourself to books and studies, and don't just cram for it, just give me a job, and don't run after it, because you will achieve it. If you're on the right track and if you're on the right path, you will achieve it. In the process of achieving that, if you are missing out on the little joys of the current day, then you're wasting your life. Because today, if I look back, I'm like, I wish I did a little bit more. I gave a little bit more pampering to myself, and I did a little bit of self-care, and I took out some time for myself, and I really wish that. So I would just advise that try to find little joys in what you do in your day-to-day life, because it's just the time gone. So yeah, that would.
I think it's always there in the back of our mind, but it's very difficult to imply it at that moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's just a sweet reminder.
Yes. Thank you. So the next segment is word association. So I'll be saying some words to you one by one, and you have to say whatever comes to your mind first. Okay? We'll start with you, Sukriti.
Okay.
Amphitheater.
Amphitheater is like events and events and events. Amphitheater was events and also late night talks, after dinner, post dinner talks. We used to just climb the stairs of amphitheater and just find our corners and have lots of dumb charades and sort of fun. So I think amphitheater is memories and events.
Meghna. GS.
GS again, it's probably coffee and cabin strawberry shake.
Oh yes.
That's
Yeah.
like morning I used to take coffee, evening I used to take this drink.
Abhijit. I think this is a perfect one. Firande.
Yeah. So, like, what was the question again? Like, what I need to
What
tell
comes
about
to your
Firande?
mind first when I say this word Firande?
Again, everything comes back to nostalgia. Like, I did a lot of fun during my MBA, so more of the inclination to all the things is related to fun. So Firande, I was responsible for the managing the transport. So we used to go out to get in students from all around the city. So that was the best part, like the best memory that I have from the campus.
We're going to live that now after a few months.
Nice.
Nikita. Business formals?
Business formals, interviews. I think that's the only time that we had put on our formals, especially the COVID years.
Did you wear shorts?
That's the right question.
That's the right question.
That's confidential.
Yeah.
Semi-formal.
Semi-formals.
Roommate.
Roommate. You know what? Basically, I had a very. She's like my best friend. Her name is also Meghna.
Oh.
And we were roommates for years. I think right now she's in a different country. I don't get to meet her often, but I'm very closely connected to her. And I have certain rules with roommates. Like, if I don't like a place I really don't like a place being untidy. And she's the perfect partner for me that way. Like we are really good at like cleaning stuff, like Monica from Friends.
Oh.
It is a good combo. Totally love that.
I think roommate just makes everything perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Roommates actually matter a lot.
They do.
They just add all that spice element to your life.
Definitely.
Even if on your lowest of the days, you just have a word with them and you just feel better.
I feel it's like more of a love-hate relationship. Sometimes you love them, but there are times you can't tolerate. But that's okay, part of life. So, coming to an end of the podcast, I would like to ask you to give the current students of SIBM Hyderabad one advice. Starting with Abhijit.
I have always been roll number 1, so
Okay. So here also, you be role number 1.
so my advice will be ki explore like where you can be relevant, which will be the right areas to work on, and first discover which will be the best areas to work upon for yourself, and then focus on that. Will help a lot on the long run.
Okay. Nikita, what about you?
I would not like to give an advice on academics and how faculties work. I would just suggest them to enjoy, because this is the kind of money they get out there. Trust me, it's tenfold more difficult to face it.
Yes.
Right now, just enjoy the students.
I think
totally second that. I think this is the best time to experiment and do whatever you can, because once you join a corporate, probably you have you might want to do X, but things will not allow you to do what you want. They might want you to do Y. You know, I think just do whatever you can now. Gain the experience that you can now. Interact with a lot of people. Build a good network. And have fun, because like you said, having little joys on a daily basis is really important. I mean, you don't have to think about an assignment, your marks and everything, because eventually none of this is going to matter. You know, nobody, I mean, maybe I'm the wrong person to say it, because I was the topper of my batch, but I say ranks doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't go and talk about, like I gained O in grading in X subject. Doesn't really matter. What will eventually carry is the memories that you had with your friends, and probably have some kind of respect towards your teachers, because they are the one who instilled whatever you know today in terms of knowledge or wisdom, and that is something that you can.
Okay, thank you.
I think I just want to add to that. It's not an additional advice, but whatever they said, I completely agree with it. And added to that, there is a mindset of students that the outside world is very fancy. That 9 to 5 corporate life, oh my god, I'm just going to rock the world and I'm going to change the world. Because see, as MBA grads, we are always told in class, think innovatively, just think creative, think out of the box. But when you get into corporate, you're not allowed to always think out of the box, because there is certain system that's going on in place for years, and it is there for a reason. We try to change things, and we try to just mend it all over again, but then we have to find a fit for ourselves eventually. And coming out of a college bubble is very difficult, especially for freshers, because they tend to think that it's going to be a same classroom. I mean, managers feel like teachers. Okay, I'm reporting to you. Here is my assignment. But then it's not that way. Corporates are very, very a different setup altogether. So try to, as I said earlier, try to find the joy in this thing first before you set up your step in corporate world. It's going to be hectic. You will not find time for yourself. So yeah, that should be one piece of
That
advice.
was indeed very insightful. So with this, we come to the end of the podcast, and we would like to thank our alumni first. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your insights, your little memories, and we hope that we can connect with you again. We can have you on board again. I hope you all had fun.
I think we are more honored and privileged to be back and called up like this.
It was a
Thank
pleasure
you so
to
much.
host you.
Thanks to the alumni coordination team.
Thank you so much.
Like, share.
Subscribe the channel.
Follow for more.